Well, it's Monday morning and here we are back with the BSA A65, which has proved rather a challenge during the time it's been here, but we're on the home straight now, and I've just fitted the new alternator stator, because as I've already shown, the old one may or may not have worked and might not have worked for very long if it did. So it'd be a shame to sort of just risk it after having done all the work that's been done on this machine. So the owner agreed that we'd fit a new one, so there it is. I use a mug of coffee and a few swear words to get the wires through and out in the direction I wanted them to go, because they can try and go beneath the gearbox sprocket. They can try and sort of get fouled up with things, but in the end I got the wires where I want them and they're connected up, and I'm ready now to fit the primary cover. And I just thought, I have mentioned this before in videos when I've worked on these machines, but there are variations, but in this case hopefully we can perhaps see that the screw hole closest to the pivot there for the primary chain adjuster, you can see the boss there for the end of the pivot right next to a screw hole. That one is the one you check the oil level with. See the little hole there? When you slacken or remove that screw from the primary cover, any excess oil will run through that pinhole and out through the screw hole. So it's not actually emptying the primary case, that is setting the oil level. Next door to it, next one back, that is the drain, and we can see the recess there. Both the end of the boss for the screw is set back from the joint face, and there's also a little machined low point there. When you take that screw out, that's the one you take out to drain the primary case, perhaps when you're changing the oil in it or so on. So I just thought I'd mention that as it was accessible. We've also got there a plastic metal repair that somebody did, and I'm not too worried about that. Obviously at some time in its life this machine has had a bit of a bump, and the footrest has probably gone in and dug into that and cracked it, and possibly put a little split there, and there's probably been an oil weep. So that seems to be a good repair actually. It's stuck well, and it'll be doing its job, and it's not a structural area, so I'm not going to make too much fuss about that. So I've got my new gasket in place, got a new tab washer there on the crankshaft nut, so I'm happy with everything in there. The primary chain tension is good, so I'm going to put the primary cover on, put some oil in it, and then I think, subject to weather conditions and so on, we might actually try and get a little run on this very soon.